And welcome back to Frosty Faustings. I am Ringe. This is Sammy Fish, and we are here with King of Fighters 14 Top 4. It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a pretty good one, and what I'm looking forward to the most is one new face, and a couple of old faces as well.
True.
One of my favorite faces I get to see at the Frosty Faustings tournament each and every year, Decimo.
That's true.
Marco Polo, also a pretty regular staple.
Definitely.
Score, if you watch 14, you might know him a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then a new guy, Mao Draven. This
Yeah.
is a cat I don't know off the top of my head, so that's going to be fun.
Well, what I do know, Sammy, is that we've been upgraded in our location.
Oh, yeah.
Last year, KOF 14 Top 8 took place right next to the snowing outside doors that were just constantly going open and closed.
As you can see, I have a few less layers this year.
That was OD. It was a little exhilarating, though, I won't lie.
It was great.
But what's more exhilarating is, of course, the King of Fighters 14 play that these players are going to exhibit here in our top 4, as you mentioned, a lot of mainstays, and then a couple of newcomers as well. Score, being from Japan, doesn't make it out to as many American tournaments, but making it out to Frosty Faustings. I think that's just a testament to how much Frosty Faustings has been growing, right? Definitely the 12th iteration of the tournament, and so far, it's become one of the premier tournaments in the United States. Definitely growing to be like the 4th largest, 3rd largest nowadays.
And you know, honestly, a lot of people, I've seen it, like people just talk about how fun this tournament is. And everybody's just like, yeah, I just want to go out to this tournament, not only for the exciting action, not only for, you know, the great tournament, but also because the event is just so much fun. It's catered to the people who show up here. And let's take a look at the bracket really quick.
Yes, this is not for BlazBlue. Do not get it twisted. This is for KOF 14. We got Marco Polo and Score in winners finals, and then losers semis. It is Mao Draven versus Decimo. And then you see how they got here, Score being James Jr. Marco Polo and Decimo actually had a face-off in winners semis, so we can potentially see a run back there. And then Mao Draven working his way all the way from starting in top 8 loser side to here in top 4 now, trying to get in that upper echelon.
Yeah, looking forward to it. And I think that a return to both of them in the winners or grand final, or sorry, losers or grand finals might be a pretty darn good match, but obviously these guys are trying to win it all. Versus Score 2, this will be kind of rough. This guy, one of the best players in the world. He has been going to all the Asian tournaments, and so I believe that probably this guy is the monster to beat, at least for now.
The favorite?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. And of course, KOF, always a diverse game, right? We have 4 different regions represented here in our top 4. We
always
have Score from Japan, Marco Polo from the United States, Mao Draven from Colombia, and Decimo representing Mexico.
Yeah, that's always one of the coolest things about King of Fighters is that it's an international tournament. Always, no matter where you go.
Always. There was a famous like Evo top 8 for KOF 14 where it had like 8 different regions, but that's beside the point. Where he had Frosty Faustings that he's already hitting him with nasty crosses. With his nod, of course. Nice roll out. No ludicrous. Oh my goodness. That was ambiguous. I couldn't tell which side I hit on. Safe jumps.
Yeah, didn't have a bar just yet, so he's just going for the regular bread and butter. There we go. Gonna go into the max mode.
Naj with the long distance cross up. Oh, nice anti at that time. Marco Polo starting to look for a little bit more. Catching on the Scores game with a Naj. Catches him low. Max mode activation.
Oh, that's gonna be close. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, yes, indeed. Marco Polo striking first blood here.
Yeah, with that 2 bars, man.
Yeah, Yuri's
the name of the game.
Pretty good. Got the Shunei from Score as well.
Yeah, he's sitting now on 2.5 bars. This character does a ton of damage, even with 1. There's a lot of decision making with how he can spend his meter.
Ooh, actually got clipped counter here out there. Maybe looking for an anti-air attempt a little too late. Wow, jump back and actually clips him on the jump back as well. Marco Polo's playing so well on this Yuri. Oh, he was giving as much as he's getting, but now, not so much. Ooh, DP.
Little bit greedy from Score. He might come to regret with the cross up there.
Doesn't have another bar, but still good damage. 1 meter. He's doing so much work with his first character. Oh, nice roll, and then the elbow.
But look how much life he got out of Shanae. I mean, all things considered, he got
big W.
He lost like 400 health for being greedy on 1 bar.
Yeah, that is the price you pay in KOF.
Now, speaking about 2-bar damage, Luong coming in.
Oh my goodness. Luong. Oh yes, confirms. All day, every day. Oh my god.
That's good. That's good and dusted. With this character,
Right.
so sick.
At the very end, Yeah, see that how Marco Polo was able to do it with just one combo, right? Not losing any health on his second character. In prime position to take the first game.
Right, and that was all because, you know, before where Score decided he didn't want to spend the second bar, like, you just lost an entire character because of it.
Yeah, and going into, like, a fresh character with that little life, it really affects how you're going to play, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I think it affects it more than if you have less meter.
Ooh, the guard break gets the opening.
There's a lot of damage here. Good blocks.
Yeah, trying to make up that deficit with the meter that he has. Mature, nice and healthy, keeping the pressure up.
Tried to challenge a little early, got clipped. Now just a harassment. Oh, yes.
The mauling.
Man, what a turnaround from Score, though. Now we're going into the Anchor versus Anchor and even because he completely dominated with the Mature.
Playing off with the Anchor Benny. Not something you see all that often. You usually end up seeing Benny in point or second just because the character does really good one-bar damage.
Yeah, now he is uncaged though, right? He's got all the meter to work with. Anchor doesn't have to worry about building it or saving it for other characters. Marco Polo going to be able to cash out anytime he gets a big hit. That goes the same for Score though, 5 bars.
Yeah, maybe a little bit overzealous on that max mode activation. Maybe trying to catch him off guard. Ooh, he spends it on block on his own. Wants to keep the pressure up.
Converts off of it. Score so ready, and the climax cancel afterwards. That means he's going to take the first game over Marco Polo just like that. What a deadly Mature.
Oof, even in the end there, it felt like maybe, you know, that Marco Polo could still pull it out even with the bar deficit, but Score shut the door mad quick.
Yeah, if you're Marco Polo, you can't get discouraged by that, right? Very even game. Could have gone either way. Score just able to clutch it out with some amazing play at the end.
Yeah, maybe all things considered, I feel like Marco Polo might have outplayed Score more times than not, but the thing is that the execution from Marco Polo, or sorry, from Score on the Mature was really it. Like, he just used the bar as best as he could there.
Yeah, he really made the most out of every hit he got with the Mature. Great stuff. Marco Polo, though, was pretty dominant on this Yuri, right? Was able to adjust on the Notch, but oh my god, some adjustments from Score now. So much life. Great defense still from Marco Polo, though, getting that anti-air early. Jump back in, just tagging him. Little hits here and there, but Notch, oh my god, talking about damage, bro. Talking about damage.
So good to have a character that outputs so much damage with 2 bars and 0 bars as well. When you play a character like that on point, lets you just spend all the meter that you have at all times because you know you're going to make it back. Speaking of which, though, Luong, this character is always 2 combos away from getting you. Spends one on the blowback, though.
Yeah, I like the decision. Make sure that Notch stays in the corner. Try to lessen the opportunities for stuff like that, the cross-ups, but Score still finds his way out. Cancels in the max mode. Whoa. We're lost in the lights there. Score not sure how to react. Let's get some space back. Ooh, the low as Marco Polo tried for the cross-up.
Well, stayed same side on that one.
Yes.
Spend it? No, not quite.
Girl got stunned, bro.
Dude, I don't know.
Oh my god.
No.
Score.
Jesus.
Destroying the Luong.
On the nedge.
Oh my god. Bruh. Life just completely disappearing there. Now Score on the version of an OCV here. Gets the cross up. Already in max mode. Converts optimally. He is forever optimal. Look at this. Using the kick at the end to get into the corner. Blow back to try to get some breathing room. Any breathing room. Great block on the hippity hop low. Oh, no. Marco Polo looking a little shook by this Notch.
I was going to say maybe just spend the meter.
Oh my goodness, high parry this time. Does get the low. Maximo and drops another one. Marco Polo's going to have to get it together if he wants to bring this set back.
Just get rid of this character, please.
And he does. Notch finally goes down. Marco Polo with some green life still, so decently healthy going into this. Only the second character for Score, the Shune.
It's going to be hard, but Benny can do it. And if he doesn't lose too much life playing against this character, You can go into the final round on this one pretty healthy, but you see Score already just building meter. He knows at the minimum, if he can get to the last character with 5 bars on Mature, it might just be over just on meter alone.
Yeah, it's a great space control too as well. Super cancel for mad damage. Marco Polo's still barely alive. Oh yeah, that was air hit. Oh!
That's all the meter gone. I gotta say, this is nigh impossible at this point with that much health left.
Yeah. And a perfect counter from Score. Marco Polo going with the dash up throw. It is 3 out of 5. Confirming that between the players now. Score is up 2-0.
Yeah, Marco Polo needs to make that big adjustment. His Yuri's looking really good, but I feel like the Nedge just kind of ran away with it with the momentum.
Yeah, it was wild to see in the first game how close it was, how even it looked, and then in the second game, just complete control from Score. We didn't even get to see the Mature, the character that did the most work in the first game.
Let's see what adjustments he's able to make. It's like maybe just took some time to think.
Yeah, we're not seeing any order switch. We're not seeing any character switch. Believes he can get done with the squad. My goodness, Score though just making the most out of every hit. Seeing with the charged drop kicks. Oh my goodness. And he's at the deadly part of Luan, or excuse me, Miles.
Yeah, he's just playing with no fear at this point. He just knows everything is going to work. And it certainly does so, as he's going to get full health once again after taking out a complete character from Marco Polo.
And Marco Polo, when he's not active with the anti-airs, Naj just gets to keep crossing up from these different distances, keep fishing for the big hits. Nice block on the overhead.
Yeah, trying to go with something a little bit extra that time, trying to find any kind of opening versus Nedge. Especially, Long does a lot of damage, but it's so difficult to find that clean opening.
There it is. Roll, and now, yeah, does convert with the max mode. Oof. Mad damage here, but he still needs more.
Yeah, you really need to get rid of this character.
Special Score loaded with meter here. Yes, punish the drop kick. Very well done. And we hadn't really seen Score go for a lot of raw drop kicks like that. Marco Polo was ready for the one he did do.
And for the most part, he hadn't needed it.
Yeah.
So, like, he was finding openings in other ways. But now you go to the Shanae. Long, relatively healthy. I'd be pretty happy compared to last game, but the 4 bars on Score's side.
It's scary, but as you said, in comparison to last game, you gotta feel much better.
This is definitely one of those situations you put yourself in where you feel like you can play out of it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
There's a possibility here, but not if Shanae gets to dump out the damage. Ooh. Not gonna spend it, just the 1 bar.
When we've seen that, Score's been wanting to save that meter for his other characters. Never cashing out in full. Seeing his harassments with a back roll. Score able to escape the pressure and kill off the Luong, forcing out the anchor character from Marco Polo.
Full life bar on Shanae, a bit discouraging, but this is KOF, man. You're always 2 combos away from losing your entire character.
And still another great start for Score though. Oh no, caught him flinching at the end, goes into the super, clap him up and shoot him down. Oh my goodness, head scissors take over. Score taking over the winners finals and going to be advancing into grands. It's pretty good showing from the man so far. 3-0 over Marco Polo. Very well done.
Most of it really felt like when he was able to get rid of the nudge in the first game, he was opened up a little bit more to play a little bit more fluidly. I mean, just not coming from behind the entire time. Felt like Marco Polo had a little bit more. Yeah, it felt like he had a little bit more freedom to play the way that he wanted to. And And then when he was behind, he always felt like he had to, really struggle to sort of open up Score. And Score played really defensively. You saw, like, even on Shanae, just go back and build meter. or maybe just ask and Nedge would be way more aggressive because he had a whole character ahead, so it's just hard to come back from that position.
Yeah, in that very first game, he was pretty active with the crouch C's. He was able to stuff some of the cross-up attempts, but I felt like he might have got too caught up in a couple of other things, a couple of other strategies that he had to consider. Ended up like having other things on his mind, so Marco Polo ended up falling to score. Very well done, though. I wish we got to see more of that mature just because it was so impressive in that first game. But he got it done with the Naj and the Shune afterwards, so he's going to be sitting pretty in grand finals, winner side, as I said before. While we go to losers semifinals, we're going to see another Frosty Faustings stable. Dechimo going to be taking on Mal Draven. Should be good.
I am looking forward to watching Dechimo play. One of my favorite players to watch every time I go out to the Midwest. Obviously a staple of this area in terms of KOF, so really looking forward to this one. Mal Draven, I was saying before, I had not heard of before, but probably because he is from Colombia, so it made a long trip to come out to here, which is awesome. It's great to see.
Yeah, man, it really is super cool just how much Frosty Faustings has grown. Of course, always supporting so many games, KOF being one of the many, and they've gotten good support, good international support as KOF. That's just the community, right? Always coming out in droves, trying to play their game wherever they can. Of course, the SNK World Championships around the corner, I think. But this is going to be two heavy hitters here. Mal Draven making it to top 4 again. Player we're unfamiliar with, so we're going to be as surprised and as delighted to see what he brings to the table as the viewers at home. And then Dechimo, of course, from Mexico, has been a Frosty Faustings before, has competed at high level KOF 14. So we're going to see if he's able to make it into that losers finals himself.
I particularly like watching Dechimo. He always plays a character that's slightly off kilter a little bit. He always plays slightly off meta is what I mean. He just plays a character that is a little bit trickier. But that Draven team looks pretty darn cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think this is button checks at the moment, so I'm not sure if they're going to still stick with their teams, but we shall see. Yeah, homeboy's looking through his backpack, making sure everything is nice and ready. Hopefully they turned off all the Bluetooth devices that are not their own. He's a 2-stick player. Oh, no. It looks like now Dre was playing on pad.
Right here. I mean, we don't get to see a lot of Daimon anymore. I mean, most famously, he won Evo 2017.
Oh, yeah. Definitely famous.
Yeah. But for the most part, even outside or after that, he hadn't been really a prominent character in the meta.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Daimon always struck me as like a good tool in a player matchup.
Yeah.
Like when you know a certain player that wants to get a little bit too antsy, that's really rush down heavy, that wants to press a lot of buttons, Daimon's a good character to just put a stop to all that, right? And then when he strikes that fear in you to stop, man, he has great ways to take advantage of that as well. So, I don't know, it doesn't look like we're going to get to see him here, but it looks like we are going to see.
Ooh, a Hein at the end there.
Hein's always very entertaining, and then of course we got the Kukri.
Yeah, he got some good buffs in 3.0 and 3.1, so it's I mean that's good to see that character. People are picking him up. Billy, I hadn't seen a lot of Billy play in season 3 or 3.0, so I'm curious to see that. A lot of the Dechimo characters are pretty much the same.
Yeah, and Billy, I think, just always pretty solid just because of his kit alone, right? It's pretty hard to make
like he was really prominent in 2.0 and in 2.1 because he did an absurd amount of damage. But they kind of nerfed a lot of those situations. So, but starting off with Kukri, usually a character that you see sort of second or third because he does it really well with Peter.
Yeah, I think Dechimo has just become so comfortable on this character, right? Once started out with point, wants to catch the opponent off guard at this juncture. Nice conversion here. Ooh, super clean conversion from Dechimo. Oh my goodness, couldn't convert off that though. Nice poke back as well. Sandclone to get close. Watching Mal Draven. Blow back to keep him in the corner. Try to whittle away at this last bit of life, but he's going to get the max mode cancel. Has the bar to do the damage and kill off the Kukri.
Comes at the perfect moment. Just a pixel of health left. Draven's going to be able to recover a little bit as he go against the on-hell.
On-hell. She can get her game started.
Yeah, Dechimo's been playing on-hell for a little bit, even before all the buffs that this character has gotten over the course of a few patches. He's just been really interested in learning or playing this character in tournament, and has always shown some high prowess with her.
Full fit on the max mode console.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh!
Yeah, nothing following up. I'm not sure if Deshimo messed up his execution. I
thought it was going to be enough damage on its own. Not quite sure.
Perhaps.
Just needs a little bit. Yeah, that's it.
Kicked them right in the shins. On Hell, still preserving a lot of life and getting the job done quickly, so she's going to get even more life back. Man, Hein. Hein in the second position as well. Even that Anchor Yori, something we're all very familiar with when it comes to KOF. Black Smoke conversion. Here for Deshimo, of course, after the crouch slides.
Whoa! That was so sick. Then the rest of that max mode on the command grab. Nope, back in the corner.
Stuffs the roll. Oh, okay, Hein gets the roll.
Yeah, but threw him out of the corner. Hein really wants to play in that position where his Fireball Oki is deadly.
Punch the roll, but not for much. Then does tag him low. Jump CD.
Boy,
got caught pressing buttons after the maximum cancel on block.
Ooh, that last hit did more damage than I thought. Oh boy.
Nice little chunk at the end there from Hein. That's going to force out the Anchor Geese from Deshimo. Doesn't have too much work to do with this Hein, but Hein, you know, deadly at all vitalities.
Right, if he gets him in the corner, he can really take a lot of life from him just on the shift. That Fireball Oki becomes really deadly in this situation right here. Going away from the overhead.
Yeah, that's why you see Deshimo immediately trying to escape the corner, right? He doesn't want to be at that Fireball Oki range. Nice maximum cancel. And you're done. It's nice to see this character in KOF again.
This character isn't any less sick in this game, too.
That's what I'm saying. He's sick in this game. Yeah, I love Geese.
Way too cool.
Sick in this game. Sick in Tekken 7. Put this man.
Nice. Great punish on the guard roll. Puts him in the corner. He's going to get good damage here. Spends it on a DP, so he gets some Oki.
Oh, rolls out. Oh, he's able to get the front throw. Deshimo. Ooh, nice anti-air with the stand close C.
Nice proactive button pressing from Draven as he's trying to find that last opening. Deshimo with 3.5 bars.
Meterless.
Ooh, Scum Gale one more time.
Has the one bar now. He will definitely die. Oh, the fireball hits. Blowback still got 3 bars on deck as well. Oh my god. Throws him out of the maximum cancel on block. This is my house. Oh, yeah, hit too high, bro. Hit too high, so he gets the close throw afterwards. Yep. Deshimo cannot convert off that jump in.
Really impressed with Draven how proactive he is on hit, right? Like, he gets hit, and he'll go for a hop, and you immediately see the anti-air. Or in that situation where the hop button hit too early, and he was just ready to throw immediately. Like, that is really impressive to get hit and already start thinking about what you have to do next.
Yeah, I love that, for sure. Especially in KOF where you do get a lot of situations where players will just harass you, right, with the jump blowbacks or anything like that. These little strikes that are just going to be hits, they're not going to be full combos. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, Deshimo. Not letting him play around anymore. Goes for the sand clone and converts. Oh, you can see, right, he's still active and Deshimo's starting to counter it.
Take that trade to keep him in the corner. Second where he wants to be. Pressure with the sand.
Oh, yeah, you can't do nothing right there, my man. And this is what Deshimo looks for when it comes to the Kukri matchup, right? I think this is why he puts a point. Wants to get stuff like this happening. But,
that was a hit for Kukri.
Oh, get out the sky. That's my territory, too.
Turns it around. What a big drop for Draven, though. That could have been it. Instead loses his own character.
Absolutely huge drop.
But Hein can definitely make it back. Really strong momentum-based character. It rolls you over once he gets into the corner.
See how much damage Deshimo can do with this Kukri. Does get the blowback, but nothing afterwards. Sandcone to get close. Oh my goodness.
Nice.
What a chef fingertip kiss on that one. Beautiful blowback conversion from Draven on the air-to-air.
Yeah, very good recognition on the counter as well to pick up the full combo. Very, very smart.
Now the on-hail, man, I love me some KOF, bro. Everybody's trying to get in each other's faces. Alright, front throwing, that's looking towards the corner now. Yeah, this is what you talked about. The fireball, Oki. Oh, they want a counter to it! Yo, Dechimo is prepared.
The flip out in the neutral hop B. Alright, calm down.
My man. Bruce Wayne with the game plans. Oh, the low lights, no conversion though. So give Maltrigger another chance. Okay, guard cancel rollout. Ooh, stuffs the raw max mode. Ooh, gets the throw backwards, but not enough damage yet. Reversal, that safe? No, it is not.
Comes out almost immediately. And that pixel of health goes in the way of Draven this time.
Dechimo shaking his head. Really hoping that momentum could carry him to the character victory, but just like that dash, hopes were dashed. Let the fireballs go. Oh,
boy, very nice. Had to spend the meter to use that great footsie tool, but he'll take it.
Yeah, buddy, the forward B.
Final game. Oh, there you go.
Another great maximum conversion. Oh, gets the EX to the end for some more damage. Doesn't have any bar left though. Now it's time for the harassment. Tries for the rollout. No punish, no conversion.
Nice, goes to the maximum anyway. Finds the short charge. Takes the corner. Once again, the mix-up. Back in your home.
Bad damage here. Dechimo. Oh, again! Again throwing him out when he goes for the maximum cancels on block. Beautiful.
Very, very nice. They tie it up 1-1. A reminder, this is loser semis. This is a 2 out of 3, so we only got one more game left between these two.
Yeah, I'm really digging that option from Dechimo on the guard cancel blocks. Or I should say on the maximum cancel blocks. Because a lot of the time you see players get caught counter hit when they're trying to press buttons back in between, right? Yeah. Trying to take advantage of that situation. And then it's kind of like an option select in the sense because close C is very fast for Geese anyway.
Uh-huh.
So I'm digging that answer. Yep, Sand Clone still there.
Was taking a lot of damage just trading, but mix up there, rolls out of the way. Draven trying to keep away from the rushdown. That is Dechimo, will not let him go.
Nice, he does it. Managed to get out of that last Sand Clone setup. Looks like it was slightly mistimed by Dechimo, to be honest. Oh yeah, he can't take advantage like that, and then he catches the roll back, still just keeps rolling. Now Draven cannot be discouraged. Yo,
relax.
Man, jumped in EX. Oh, not enough. Whew. That's the thing, right? Billy is one of the kings of tech throws because of that option right there, right?
Range afterwards.
Exactly. There's so little things other characters can do in that range that are going to be as quick as Billy's option there, like the far C.
Dechimo building a little extra meter. Now the hit's going to give him 3 bars. There you go. Not even going to need it. Going to take all 3 of those bars into the next round. Cleaned up this one pretty quickly, so probably going to be at full health.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Full life here. Resource advantage as well for Dechimo. On the guard cancels, nice. Excuse me, on the blowback.
Nice. For reset, catches the roll this time. Knows he wants to get out of the corner as soon as he can.
4 bars on the side of Dechimo though, and really needs to make something happen. Ends up getting thrown for his trouble though. Oh, does wake up with the crouch lights.
No, crouch combo. Still has 3 bars though. That's it. That's his chance.
Runs off the long distance. Oh, chase down the roll. That was so sick. You ain't going nowhere. I got you for 3 minutes. Oh, KO. What a chase down.
Really impressed. Usually what you see there is that they get the hit beforehand and they're like, all right, I'll spend the 2 bars here, and then use the last bar to sort of continue my pressure. But that time he used it for the mix-up and then turned it around with the 2 bar. Gonna do the same, says Draven, ties it up.
All right. Very even matchup we have going into this last game. Dechimo's going to have the advantage by 1 bar. Well, besides that, we are all knotted up. It's going to be full life, full life.
Get him out of there to chase down.
Oh, what a parry. All right, wait a minute.
But now he's in the corner. It's low. It's not a good look here. He's going to lose a bit of health.
Oh, yeah. Cashing out with the EX Super.
Oi!
With the scum grab, command grab. Beautiful punish from Dechimo as well. That close we talked about. He's still letting it rip. Tournament life on the line and everything. Oh, the confirmed Dechimo takes it 2-1. Incredible set between them both. Yo, Draven falling just barely. Super even matchup between the two. Man, incredible play so far. So he's going to be facing off against Marco Polo in losers finals. He's going to be looking to ride that momentum over that very close match between him and Draven. Hard fought, incredible victory, honestly.
Yeah, no, that was a really fun set. And I mean, maybe unfortunate that it was just a 2 out of 3 because they were really going at it back and forth, and maybe could have used an extra match or 2. But you know, it's the way it is. That's the part they were in the tournament, and that's Dechimo going to be moving on, and he's going to be playing against Marco Polo in losers finals.
Yeah, and I mean, the 2 out of 3, it just made that 1-1 so exhilarating, right?
Yeah.
Like, of course you can get to the 2-2, but we're not guaranteed that. It was definitely a beautiful set. But yeah, 3 out of 5, I definitely want to see those guys play as much as possible. It was super even. I would like to see them play again for sure, as we're going to get Dechimo moving on as he's made it to the glorious land of 3 out of 5, going up against Marco Polo here in losers finals. Of course, Marco Polo did fall 0-3 to our man waiting in winners side grand final score, but he is a fierce competitor. He's going to be looking to bounce back, take out his frustrations on Dechimo before making the adjustments necessary in grand finals.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's been slightly a little bit better for Marco Polo in a situation. See where his headspace is after losing 3-0. I mean, he did get some time to sit and take a break, right? And Dechimo was just playing a hard fought back and forth, where every character got used in every set or every game. So, I mean, they went to the nitty-gritty, the wire, every single one of those. So it's definitely just a long set, even if it was a 2 out of 3.
Yeah, and that's why you run tournaments in this style of format, right? Where you do winners finals and then loser semis, because it's the best of both worlds. The person that won loser semis gets to carry their momentum into losers finals, and the person that lost winners finals gets time to recollect themselves, gather up their mental game, and then come into the match fresh. So we're going to have it now. Losers finals again. It's going to be Dechimo, who just defeated Draven, going up against Marco Polo. We're going to get back and run it back with score in grand finals.
Does not look like there are any surprises in the character selects.
Yep, same characters, same order.
Oh, professionalism?
That's what I'm talking about. Turn them off. Yeah, turn them all off.
Tournament professionalism. Very impressive.
Yeah, forget that damn device. Forget it.
I don't want to see your pad on this PS4 ever again.
Delete it. Delete the past. Let's go. King of Fighters 14. This is going to be losers finals. Remember, 3 out of 5. We have reached that territory for a chance to go up against Score from Japan, who put on a great showing in winner side finals.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how Marco Polo is going to face up, because I feel like Dechimo is just making it difficult for his opponents to sort of get a read on how he's playing. And so Marco Polo, guy who felt like early on he was doing pretty well on that side, but then fell a bit short, and then that kind of landslided into a 3-0 for Score.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's get it. We got Marco Polo on the left, Dechimo on the right. Marco Polo already starting off early with the fireball game, but as soon as he shies away from it, Dechimo able to take advantage with the low. DP's out, let him know early. Sand clone to escape. Dechimo's favorite tools. Max mode conversion. Ooh. Trying Trying to mix it with the sand clone. Does get the hit and pushes him back in front.
Yeah, opponents are doing really well to not give him free pressure with the sand clones, but it's getting him out of dodge a few times like that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Deshimo has done a good job, and even though he hasn't got anything big, he just whittles away at his opponent. They'll take what they can give him. Nice roll through to try to avoid the chip, but Deshimo's still there to punish.
Just takes the first one pretty handily, like you were saying before. It didn't feel like it got anything huge, but just everything. It didn't feel like Marco Polo ever got a decent enough hit to start some offense.
Yeah, right. Deshimo is the scrambler, and Marco Polo is the scramblee.
Yeah.
He is the one that is, this pace is getting imposed on, while Deshimo is in control.
With the sand clones and the teleporting, Kukri does that so well. There we go. This is going to be good damage, though.
Yeah, it's great damage. Has the corner as well. Wow, waking up with it.
Way too late.
Just let the sand rain down. He just wanted the corner, I think, able to roll out afterwards, take this advantage. Now the harassment, empty low this time. Oh my goodness, Deshimo.
At this point, I felt like he spent the meter just so he could keep playing Kukri. Like he just wanted to maul him. He knew this character was working.
He was like, all right, look, I'll just roll out afterwards. I'll have the corner, and then what are you gonna do from there, my man? Deshimo now still with green life on his first character. Nice punish on the sand clone. Oh yes, get this man out of here. Marco Polo able to bring out the second character for Deshimo.
It's a tall order though, no more bar for Marco Polo. Deshimo going into this with 2 in a little bit. A lot of it actually. That's scary 3 bars for Deshimo.
The jump CDs, oh, and just in range for the 2Bs.
We'll see what the mix-up is here from him. No, actually spent some meter this time around.
Deshimo is so consistent with the 2B conversions. Oh, Marco Polo flinching a little bit. Deshimo's harassment has just been too overwhelming. Nice, finally gets out and converts for 4B.
Good, clean, healthy 50%, but no more meter for Marco Polo. He's going to need a few more hits.
Throw and double roll out from Deshimo. Oh, yes, again. That's catching him scrambling. Yeah, you can tell the pace that Deshimo is setting is making Marco Polo extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's just too fast. I mean, he plays characters that have either good anti-airs or want to get a strong hit and lead into big damage, in the sense that it feels like Deshimo is just making it so that that situation where he gets a clean hit almost never happens.
Exactly. Gets him under, yeah, I like that the roll out. You can see Marco Polo, he wants to play this type of game, right, where he can abuse the fireballs, he can set the pace. But Deshimo has done such a good job of staying in his face. Nice DP. That's what he's got to keep doing. The anti-airs have to be consistent. Again, very good space control game for Marco Polo here on the point battle. And it's surprising he didn't try to challenge that sand clone on the other side. Just kind of waited for it. Now we're on max mode. But yeah, he's going to get some EX fireballs for his trouble out of it.
Deshimo waits it out pretty well.
And now he's in the corner, but letting the DPs rip. I like this answer as well, because Deshimo has just been relentless with the offense. He hasn't been trying to bait out anything. He's just been going at his face. Nothing yielding from the sand clones.
There you go, finds a cross under. Doesn't get a full combo here, but gets a bit of damage. Puts Marco Polo in a precarious spot here.
Yeah, roll out this time.
Yeah.
Again, though, Deshimo just down for this slugfest.
Yeah, I felt like Marco Polo was doing a really good job to sort of avoid that scramble every single time, but I don't feel like that's like a good strategy versus Deshimo Kukri. Like, I just feel like he's going to win that no matter what. Yeah,
it really felt like, even despite him making it last longer, he really didn't get any more thing done, like any more ground coverage. Let's see now, Deshimo again just harassing with the sand, with the Kukri, Marco Polo, trapped in this corner. Jumping out again, but look, just because you jumped out doesn't mean you're out of the game, and Deshimo again making quick work of the Luong.
Yeah, almost. I think he's going to get more life than he started this round with.
Yeah.
It felt like he took no damage.
For sure.
Bad look from Marco Polo. He's going to have to make a 3-character comeback with Benny. It's definitely been done before.
Thunder, but yeah, no conversion off the raw 2B. Nice. Max mode cancel on block. Does control and command grab. Good damage off of it in the corner here. Oh yeah, reversal attack from Decimo you saw on the screen gets stuffed. Marco Polo finally rids himself of this character.
Yeah, rids himself of it and with good meter as well. We'll see how much he can get done versus the Angel before what gets done to him. Because Angel's been doing a lot of work even the previous match versus Draven.
Oh yeah.
Take that trade. Force the corner a little bit.
And grab all day, every day. Alright, blow back on the guard cancel right there. Try to keep him in the corner. Oh my goodness, the empty low.
I said he had the read on the chase down. Nice block on the cross under as well. Didn't get that confirmed.
Marco Polo trying to steal. You can see he's trying to slow the pace down. Oh my goodness, but the moment he stands up, the 2B connects. Maximum conversion. Decimo saw the stand up. Super to finish the job. Benny Maru, my man, you are smoked. Decimo up 2-0 on Marco Polo. 1 game away from getting into grand finals.
And it is not looking good. He hasn't even seen the geese yet. And I think that just like Kukri is giving him so much trouble that it's been impossible for him to have come up with any sort of lead or backup plan.
Because even when he defeats the Kukri, it's at so much of a cost, right? He is so far behind for the rest of the set that it affects the game, it affects his mental state, and he just can't get the job done. He's got to make comebacks, and it's very hard to do against someone the caliber of Decimo.
Yeah, let's see. He's sticking with Yuri up front, and he's decided that this character is best for dealing Kukri.
Decimo again. The Kukri harassment overhead this time. Marco Polo seems lost. Tries for the DP a little bit too far. Decimo going to get the max mode conversion here. So much damage. Sandclone afterwards. Another overhead. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Marco. I mean, we're seeing Marco Polo actually play less active than he was before.
Yeah, for sure.
He's letting him get away with the sand clones, getting hit by things, and it looks way worse than it did before, in all honesty. I don't know if this is a good look.
I think it's hard because he was a little bit more active in the beginning, right? But he still lost. Right. So you're like, what do I do at this point, right? Maybe I tried not to do what I'm doing, but he just doesn't have the answer right now. Decimo's Kukri is too strong.
I don't know if playing too defensive versus a guy that wants to press buttons all the time is the answer.
Yeah, I just think he's like mentally fatigued from it, you know?
It might be, because this character, on top of being, you know, like sort of messy, is incredibly safe with most of the things that he does.
You see him starting to catch on a little bit, was able to block an overhead or two, but then he got hit right after, blow back into the corner. My goodness, man. Oh, and then he goes to the air, has an answer for that. Like, Decimo is making all the correct chess moves, and Marco Polo just getting red.
Yeah, and barring, I would say a miracle is probably apt. I think this is going to be Decimo moving on, but he does have one more character to say something about it.
Gotta cast that divine intervention. Roll below your level, big dog. Nice, air to air.
I mean, to be fair, Benny's an incredibly solid character. There's a character that can do it. This is one of them.
Nice.
Cross under, very good. Doesn't spend any meter on this one just yet.
Goes with the max mode on block. Let's tag him for a little bit, but Decimo knew that hit was high, so he challenges with the button. Works out for him. Oh, Sandclone just keeps him there, but a nice crouch. Take him down.
Not before losing over 50% of your health on the point character. So with Angel playing cleanup crew in this set. see if we even get to see the Geese versus Marco Polo.
Alright, good punish.
There you go. Start. Gonna save the 1 bar. Benny, no longer the king of 1 bar damage, but still does it very well.
Maximum raw from Deshimo this time. Oh, tries the command grab as he landed. Interesting tactic, really trying to play that mental game for Marco Polo again.
If he does find this hit and gets rid of Angel, it will mean that he has a significant amount of life going into the last character.
It's definitely realistically doable, but just as you say
Get
that.
to spend the bar at the very end. No, not quite. Goes for the empty low into this Rambu Super, and that is going to be it. Deshimo moving on to Grand Finals.
Yeah, Deshimo putting on a show here in Losers Finals and Losers Semifinals. Just incredible play, overwhelming offense from the Kukri. No answers from really either of his opponents at this point. And now he is going to be in Grand Finals, loser side, up against our winner's side representative Score. So thank you all once again for joining us here on Frosty Faustings on twitch.tv/RS Blackrose. And what will we be without our lovely sponsor, Sammy? What will we be? Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Bring them on.
they make it all happen.
Look at Breaker Dave in the corners of this slide.
The next big tournament for the Air Dashers is Anime Ascension, beautiful Southern California at the Atrium Hotel in Irvine. $2,000 pop bonus for each and every game. That is not too far from now, folks. A month away. Please go sign up if you are attending.
That's your climax of Night Champion, by the way. All right, we got Arcade Candy Collective.bigcartel.com. You got 10% off with the code FFCandy on all kinds of cool stuff, enamel pins and keychain combos especially. Make sure you hit them up with the quickness. Oh my, you know I love these. You know we love these people right here. You know what I'm saying? C2E2, there's going to be guests of Critical Role. There's going to be games. There's going to be all kinds of stuff in the Chicago area. February 28th through March 1st. Can somebody fly me out for that, bro?
Yeah, please, come on.
What's up with that? What's up with that?
Every year we push out C2E2. We never get to go out to these. We actually go see Critical Role. Come on, bro.
You know, AxelMerch.com got our back, though. They got 10% off on all their beautiful attire with the coupon code Frosty. Make sure to follow them, Axel_FGC, and all your social media stuff. And then, of course, ChicagoTekken.com. Chicago's been doing it big with everything. Illinois is on the map when it comes to the FGC. You can go to their merch page on Teespring. You can go to @ChicagoTekken on Twitter, and you can get their tournament recaps, exclusive articles, original articles, and all kinds of cool stuff. And then, of course, the New Wave toys as well, $99.99. Save $20 with the Frosty Faustings discount and all that. Yeah. And they're pretty much mini arcade machines. I actually got a vouch from one of my co-commentators earlier that they are great quality and that they work perfectly. So definitely hit them up as well at newwavetoys.com. And then ParadiseArcadeShop.com has been really supporting the FGC for quite some time. So big ups to Arcade Shop on Paradise. Damn it, Sammy, why are you looking at me like this? You got to take some of these slides, bro.
You're just
my
going
breath
ham.
is out.
All right. I mean, give it up to Ready Games who are sponsoring Frosty Faustings 12. You can compete in mini games to win cash prizes. Download that app from the Apple Store or Google Play. Use that secret code Frosty to gain $100 as a prize pool.
Wow. All right. Well, you know what? I'll just take it from here. Skullgirls on the consoles, the PCs, and now mobile. It's got GGPO on everything you could want. Why aren't you playing Skullgirls? It's got great netcode, a great game, made by members of the community. Go check out some damn Skullgirls. I don't know what's happening.
Thank you
guys. This is what happens when you let him do slides.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Shout out to Mohawk Mike.
That's why we have a professional right here. This is what professionals are all for. I'm just here for the road. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us for Frosty Faustings 12. After a quick ad break, we will right back with Grand Finals of KOF 14.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Frosty Faustings. My co-commentator, after that lovely display during the ads, has decided to pull a Hell Pockets and leave me be while he goes and takes the number 2 on commentary. So we are here at Grand Finals, though. It's just me. Don't worry about it. Oh, he's back. He's back from the number 2. What's good, Hell Pockets? How you doing?
You know, back in the day, commentators used to get actual breaks, used to get
We're not back in the day anymore, Sammy. We're 2020. Gotta have clear vision going forward. Gotta have a clear stomach going into commentary, all right? That's all I gotta say.
Used to be
Grand Finals, KOF 14. We are here. It's gonna be Decimo versus Score from Japan. Of course, Score representing the winner's side of Grand Finals. Completely dominating, but Decimo looks pretty dominant in his performance as well.
He's been playing pretty darn good. In all honesty, it's been really surprising to see him run through it because I always feel like, even though he's done really well at Frosty tournaments, I always feel like he has some struggle going through the bracket. And now we see him in Grand Finals. Loser's side, but Grand Finals nonetheless.
Oh yes, most definitely. Decimo, we only got to see on this stream his top 4 performance so far. He started in the loser semis, was able to beat Maldraven in a very closely fought battle, 2-1, and then ran over Marco Polo in losers finals 3-0 with that Kukri. I'm very interested to see how Score comes at that Kukri, having seen it up against Marco Polo.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is that Score is an incredible KOF player, but the difference is that Decimo plays really unorthodox. He doesn't really play like he doesn't play a bunch of legacy characters, or at least like legacy KOF characters that sort of play that traditional style. He plays them wild. He plays them trying to constantly get you on edge, mix up characters, and so we'll see how that plays against his style as well. I think maybe Marco Polo might have played it a little too cut and dry.
Yeah, I could definitely see that, right? Decimo likes to force a very frantic, hectic pace. He wants to go with unorthodox strategies, really just put you on your toes, make you uncomfortable. And that's what he succeeded with in spades up against Marco Polo. And I think that's why the Maldraven set was a little bit close, because Maldraven was pretty stubborn about his ways as well, right? Yeah. And because of that, he didn't really break or bend to Decimo's game or to that pace. And he looked very comfortable in that quick pace action as well. So we're going to see if Score can match it, or if in fact he can control the pace himself.
We do have one new character on the side of Score. I guess he does have an extra 3 out of 5 to play with, but the Yamazaki showing up.
Okay. Yamazaki, I'm always down for the mob characters, bro. Look at this man, hands in pockets, ripped to shreds. Good lord. Oh my goodness. The long distance flicker style of Yamazaki. Man. Pick the dust up at him. Fighting dust with sand. I can respect that. Ooh, nice crossover from long distance. Scratches his eyes with the sand. That's OD. That's 2 illegal maneuvers in 1.
See, even Score, I mean, you know, Yamazaki's got big buttons, so he covers a lot more range with his moves, but he's kind of struggling with keeping this character down.
Yeah, just when he's gotten in this corner now, right? But good job from Decimo. Able to escape, goes into the max close as well, try to set up shop with these cloaks, rolls through it at the end right there to not get stuck in the block stun. Ooh, that was pretty. Beautifully spaced from Decimo right there. Able to counter the hop, no more meter to convert, but this is still great damage, enough to get the kill even. And that is going to be the first character to Decimo. Yeah, definitely. It still looked like he's been controlling the pace of the match, right? Score did a pretty good job of avoiding him for most of the time until he got him in that corner, right? I think that was the whole game plan. And once he got there, he was able to put some damage on him, but Decimo fought off valiantly.
Character like Shanae can run away a little bit. He does have air dashes that help him build some meter far away from him, but dude, Decimo's just going to run him down over and over again.
Alright, nice little conversion once more.
Gonna spend it? Yeah, he wants to get it. I encourage it. This character is a menace.
Yeah, Decimo is just too strong at this Kukri. Too much of an unorthodox style for a lot of people to feel comfortable playing against. On Hell, definitely I think less strong at pushing that pace that Kukri does, but definitely as dangerous in her own.
What's fun to watch from Score, at least, is that he's really comfortable with running away.
Yes.
And then for a game like KOF, that's not usually normal unless you play a far-range character. But he's doing it kind of with even characters that just play regular footsies or play regular KOF. It's kind of interesting to see him being able to like constantly hold that space.
Space gets the command grab. Oh, roll out. He's willing to risk it up against on hell. It's a dangerous game to play.
Right.
Oh, the crowd erupted only to get their balls glued.
Let that max smoke run out. Yeah, as it stands with the life lead, he's willing to press it, gets the hit. He's going to keep it on one bar. He knows it's not going to kill. Finds the reset. He's going to spend the max mode to finish it off.
Well done from Score. Hard fought battle right there. 17 seconds on the clock, so he's not going to get too much life back. Dechimo can find one solid hit with Geese. He'll be able to put that Shune in the grave quickly. See, that's what he's looking for. Oh, yeah, it's 2B into the stand, B. And that means you're dead, B. KO. Now mature, very even on the meter as well. Dechimo with about half a bar advantage.
We hadn't seen much of this character outside of the very first game versus Marco Polo, but when he played her, man, he made her look busted. The pressure that he was able to put on with his character was immense, and I'm sure Destino doesn't want to be involved with that.
Oh, he actually did not get the maximum conversion off that 2B that hit. Second one didn't come out. That's what he was looking for. Oh, but he's always ready to convert off stuff like this. Oh, nice. Cancel blowback right there. Willing to spin the meter to get out of this corner. He's seeing what Score can do. Oh, my goodness. No meter to convert from that long range. Great block. Oh, interrupt. Going with a big blowback from Mature right there. Great interrupt from Dechimo. Oh, the hesitation, but he does not crack under it. Oh, and a punish.
Spend it? No. Still has a bar, though. That conversions.
Woo! It's putting out that stop sign with the far seed, converting off it beautifully, and a nice smile on the face of Score right there. Seems to be abused with his opponent's skill. All right, all right. That's what I like to see.
There you go. No more of that Yamazaki. Not up to snuff, says Score. We're going to go back to the business.
Mature. Oh, and the Choi.
Wait a minute, folks. Wait a minute.
Look at
He's like, this guy.
The reaction, yeah. Score liking the reaction of Dechimo to the Choi pick. Man's going to be running a menace. You see that tongue out? That's what he's about.
Not a fan.
My man is just going to be wilded all over the screen.
Not a fan.
What's my homie's name from My Hero Academia? The old dude? That trained Deku?
Gran Torino?
Gran Torino. That's my man Troy going to be flying all over the screen like that, bro.
Oh, hate playing against this character, though.
Look at this man.
An incredibly agile character, can cover most of the screen with the quickness. And I expect that Score wants to sort of match the movement that Kukuri has with Choi.
Yeah, that's definitely an interesting strat for sure, right? Bring out the Choi for the Kukuri specifically. Oh my, look at this man. Psycho Crusher, oh. Bro.
But I freaking hate playing against this character.
Look at this man. If y'all haven't seen Choi before, please don't think I was lying about this nonsense. He's flying all over the screen. Oh yes, good. Good counter that time. They let him get the third one off. All right,
I mean, Desh's navigating it pretty well. I'd be furious at this point, but I mean, Score was able to find the hit, cleaned it up with the max mode.
I like this. A real good answer to the Kukuri.
I don't. I hate this character.
Yeah, but it's very hard to like play at the pace you want to up against this Choi.
Right, that's very true.
I think that's what Dechimo's biggest game plan or biggest strength has been so far.
Yeah, he's very aggressive, pace pushing sort of style. It makes it difficult if you're not ready for it. Score is picking characters that help him play with it or against it.
Yeah, exactly. I'll get a little too antsy, you're going to run into the Psycho Drill. Oh my god. Dive kick as well is hopping all over the place. Very hard to get a read on him. And look, yeah, now Dechimo, this is such a different Dechimo than we've seen, right? He's completely on the defensive. He's trying to figure out how to approach this character, and he cannot figure it out so far. He's already lost one character to it. He's already lost half another character to it.
Yeah, I mean, both these two characters excel at getting that conversion off the ground.
And I love that guard cancel blowback, by the way. So just to put it back in neutral.
Yeah, I mean, he is getting so much from it. Finally, got him to stay put for a moment. And there, back out once again as soon as he tried to go for the reset. Yeah,
great conversion. Great.
Is he going to need the bar? No.
All right, so Score, I'm sure, is still happy with the performance Troy put on, right? Took down one complete character, almost took down another. Now he's going to be back to the game that he likes to play, which is make his opponent come to him, right? You mentioned his defensive play style in a game like KOF before. He's content with just building meter on the other side of the screen, putting out these space control moves, putting you into the corner in awkward positions, and again, now Angel gone.
Yeah, that Choi did so much work for this team. I mean, he didn't even spend any meter while he was doing that. He spent like maybe, what, 1 bar to go kill the first character, and then afterwards he's holding it all for Shanae.
Exactly, 4 bars maximum. So that means even with your new character, you don't even have the meter advantage, right? You're going at character deficit and meter deficit. Guard cancel roll, still maintaining the meter advantage even with that. Well done here. Already taken to the other side of the screen with that beautiful corner carry. That Farsi did not actually connect that time. Maximum cancel on block. That was the move that clutched it out for Dechimo in the last game. That Farsi keeps looking for it. Conversion from Score instead. 1 bar, and it's a 1-1 here in Grand Finals.
Yeah, this character does incredibly well at 2 bars, outputs a ton of damage, and is able to build so much bar while he is running away because he's using special moves to do it.
Yeah. He's going to change something perhaps. We'll see if he actually does. Yeah. He's putting the Kukri on third on Hell up close. He does not want that Choi Kukri matchup again. Which makes sense. I mean, we had not seen Dechimo play so defensively, so unsure of himself throughout this whole tournament. So that Choi pick, excellent from Score. Dechimo confident in the on-hell. It's the character that ended up getting the job done last time, but not at no cost for sure.
3 throw techs in a row.
Continuing. That's taking a scratch of damage on the Choi yet. He is super content with just playing this game out. He don't want no big combos. Blow back, get him towards the corner. That's what you can see Dechimo looking for a lot of, right? He's looking for the jump blow back. Try to push him to one side, contain him as much as possible. Oh, look for it again, but it was countered this time from Score. Nice roll through and gets the throw on the other side. Very even on the life slate. Oh!
That was sick.
What a punish on the Psycho Drill.
Oh, the raw level 2 gives him the life lead.
Just like that, he yellow rush himself and the cross-up maximum conversion. And as sick as that was, Angel is the one going 6 feet under.
Yeah, really, really smart play from him, but
come on.
Still a little bit of life left. Let's see if the Geese can clean it up. There's not a lot of life on the side of Choi. He does have the meter to work with.
Yeah, if Dechimo can get out of this with little damage taken, it's a big W. Nice. Counter the drill that time. Oh, yeah, caught him low and converted for the full combo. Dechimo full life going into this second character. Shune's going to have 3 bars on deck, though, so plenty of resources to deal big damage.
Right, but I'd say the plan worked at least. You got rid of the Choi, you're even on character.
Yeah, much better situation than he found himself in previously, but wow, cross under into the 2Ds immediately.
Decides to hold the bar on this one. Keeps the pressure up.
Alright, converts to the full super. He's done. It's a good look for Score. It's going to be still a full life Shune going up against Kukri. So Dechimo still finding himself behind a whole character. And Score gets to play nice and comfortable. And again, always just starting it out with the jump back to the big hand. Now the back throw as well. So even that jump back, even the retreat turns into offense with that back throw from Score. Playing the long game and playing it so successfully.
This character Kukri does really well with Misa though. I mean, his EX moves are absurd, so I mean, I really like seeing this.
Oh yes, the 2-bar super as well. Take him to the corner, put a lot of damage on him. Oh, can he catch the roll?
Oh, hey, got the hit, but wasn't able to confirm. It's getting damage here. Spends it? Yes.
All right. So Dechimo, at the cost of his meter, does bring out the mature. Still got a decent amount of life left as well. Around here, Dechimo. This would be a big W for him, big round, to avoid a lot of mental damage here. Gonna get rid of the Troy. Doesn't have the bar yet. Doesn't see good damage on him regardless. Oh, great button press smash. Nothing to convert with. And yes, the Super Gasm with 2 bars. Score is going to go up into this grand finals 2-1 and be 1 match away from being your Frosty Faustings XII KOF champion. And Dechimo scratching his head, thinking about it. Trying to figure out what he can do. Got a lot closer that time than the previous match, but still not enough. And man, this dude's Score has been cheesing it up for the camera. Quite a bit. I see you, man. I see you, man.
Gonna go back with the same game plan as before. And to be fair, you know, it did work out. I would say it's moderately successful. Obviously, you want to go a character up when you make a decision like this, but much better than that second game. Hopefully, he can improve upon his game plan a little bit. Maybe go in with a character lead.
Yeah, I expected him to take a little bit more time, even if he didn't make an adjustment. Maybe he has an epiphany of sorts. Doing good so far in this point battle. Oh, I like that idea, right? Yeah. Try to get him with a command grab as he lands down the other side. Just a little bit too far. A lot of meter build for Dechimo on that block. The X drill. Oh, yes. Whole lot of damage.
Let's see how he ends this.
Bounce back to the original side. Good way to get out.
Oh, he's done a meter on a super. I think he should go for a parry and try to make a hard read on a cycle structure or something.
Ooh, alright, the jump low back, the jump CD. Get him out.
The plan just slightly better than it was last game. Now he's going in with a character lead. See how much extra credit he can get done on the Shine, but Score makes it so difficult with the way that he plays his character.
Oh man. Oh, alright, big drop. Yeah, huge drop that time. Oh my goodness, great blocks. Oh my god! You know, you do have great blocks. It's just that was a tremendous mix-up.
That was gross.
I can't fault you for that. Oh my goodness, Dechimo rocking and a rolling with this on hell now. Oh, get off me. Get off me.
Not a DP like you traditionally think, but worked out in that situation into the level 1.
Come on.
Alright, Dechimo now. For the first time in a couple of games with the offensive position.
Now it's actually up to Score to make some comeback with the Shine. A character that can definitely do it, but it's scary to run into those far S's. There it is. Nice punish on it too.
And that was all set up by Score doing a whole lot of work without any meter here to set it up. Oh, wake up with the Tyrant Ray! I'll tell you, bro, nobody has been blocking these reversals. Tried for the overhead. A little bit too far. We are not interested in baiting reversals. We want to oppress the opponent.
Oh, he tried to make a hard read with that DP. Was able to quite kill, but the Shippuken's gonna do it.
we got about 3 bars to 1.
さあいらっしゃい
Ooh, he ran that down. He knew he was going to wake up with the roll.
There you go. Gonna spend the bar. It's the last part of that combo, but trying to get that extra credit. Trying to get that Kukri the best possible chance. Scary with the mature, the 4 bars.
You know he wants to. Oh, tries for the counter. Did not work out, and Score makes him pay for it dearly. I was going to say, yeah, you know he wanted to make something happen with the Geese, at the very least to build more meter for Kukri, right? He went into that round with just under 1 bar. Kukri's going to come into this with 2. He would feel more comfortable with more, but this will still be enough to get some good work done. Now the sand. Both players playing pretty carefully, but the max range distance on that 2B.
Going to raw max mode too. Save before this character DX is fantastic, but he gets opened up once again. Is that the 2 bar? Yes, sir.
The windows to the wall.
こっちよ
Another raw max mode and meets him on the way in.
And Score is your KOF 14 champion here at Frosty Faustings 12. Man, it felt so. I thought they were gonna keep playing.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought we were gonna get one more out of this one at least.
But that mature man just came in and shut everything down again. Right? We saw Deshimo try to like not combat it in a very linear way, but it just seemed like Score had all the right reads and figured out how the Kukri wanted to move, how Deshimo really wanted to play him, and at that point, it was just all Score. Great stuff, 3-1 in the KOF Grand Finals.
Yeah, made a pretty good comeback, I would say. Deshimo I'd make some good decisions in the first half of both of those games where he felt like he was outplaying Score more often than not. But fortunately, that mature ended up being like a raid boss, man. That character was really rough for everybody to deal with at this tournament. That's why he's your Frosty Faustings champion.
Yeah, and I mean, I can't emphasize the pick of Choi, really, that really threw Deshimo off his game plan entirely. I was super impressed with that pick. Just because we saw in losers semis and losers finals, the thing that Deshimo was doing to his opponents was making them super uncomfortable, controlling the pace constantly, right? It was always at the tone that Deshimo wanted to play at. And as soon as that Choi came out, everything changed. It was no longer at his pace because the Choi is so unorthodox. He was doing what Deshimo was doing to everybody else, to Deshimo. And because of that, he was playing a lot more defensive, a lot more passive. And then because of the success of the Choi, even when the Choi was done, he's still at the life lead. And even in that last game, Deshimo finally was able to fire back, get the lead. But man, it was just too much, all combined because of that mature at the end, really, the thing that held it all together.
Yeah, and really, like, even if the Choi, didn't get the job done or he didn't get a character lead, it still messes up the flow of Deshimo's game, right?
100%.
He had to switch his character order. I mean, he had to play in a different way, so Score just knew what to do to get the job done.
Yeah, absolutely. Great stuff. Once again, to all our competitors, of course, there was just the top 4. We had Score in first place, Deshimo in second, and then Marco Polo in third, and Mao Draven in fourth. Incredible set from Mao Draven and Deshimo, too. That was probably my favorite set of the top 4. Yeah, it was only 2 out of 3 set. Again, I wish it could have been 3 out of 5 just because of how close they were in competitive-wise. But it was definitely a good set and one that I think everyone, if you didn't see it, should definitely check out. It was 2 out of 3, intense the entire way through. And despite Deshimo playing super unorthodox and really controlling the pace, Mao Draven was hardly ever like deterred from his game plan. Very stubborn, but stubborn in a successful way that we see so much in fighting games.
Very proactive play that worked well against Deshimo's style and really came down to the nitty-gritty on that one. It was really fun to watch, and I definitely suggest it as well. But that is it for KOF 14 for Frosty Faustings 12. Another fantastic tournament for another year of a great year. I mean, I always really like watching this tournament here because it always ends up being a great one. So thank you guys for joining us. I mean, until next year, we have another great KOF 14 tournament. But that's it from me and Ringe. Thank you guys so much. And tune in. What do we have next? I believe we have single starts, right? Or yes, singles.
We're going to have Guilty Gear next here on twitch.tv/RS Blackrose. Don't go anywhere. Check out this stream and all the lovely streams here at Frosty Faustings 12. We'll see y'all soon.